Hello and welcome to Lighting Level 1. Today we'll be learning the basics of lighting in 3 short segments: hanging lights, reading a light plot, and focusing lights. If at any point throughout the video you have questions, pause and make note of them to ask your lead tech or technical director. They'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. But for now, let's jump into it. When hanging lights, we start by finding the electrics that we're going to need. For this demonstration, we'll be bringing in second electric. Second electric coming in.
Thank you. Now that the electric is in, it's time to hang the light. We will be hanging this light here at the 20-foot mark, right here. So the first step, lift your light and make sure it is in the right place. Then bring it to finger tightness. This is important to make sure that the light does not slip off of the pipe. Next, take your safety cable, make sure it is through the frame, and wrap it around the pipe, and make sure it's nice and tight. Then, tighten it with the wrench to your desired tightness. So you take your stage pin cable, and you wrap it around the pipe to get rid of some of the slack, and plug it into your desired circuit. Make sure you take note of the circuit number, as that can be very important for the lighting techs.
Once you have finished hanging your lights, it's always a good idea to double check the safety cables of every other light on the electric. The last thing we want is for one of these to fall out of the sky and hit one of the performers.
Reading a lighting plot is an essential part of lighting. First, let's go over the fixture key. The types of lights we use at Young Auditorium are source 4s, LEDs, PARs, Vivid Rs, and Desire D60s. At the front, we are shown the gel that the light will be using, such as an R51. Next is the barrel type. Some lights, like the source 4s, will have changeable barrels for different angles. Unit numbers are mostly important when setting up LEDs. In the octagon, we see the channel number needed. And finally, we have the circuit number. Now that you know what information is on the lights, you need to know where to place them and how to rough focus. Most shows in our house plot will just use the 4 main electrics and psych electric. Once you've identified what line the light goes on, find where to place it by referring to the black and white bar that gives foot markings from 0 being center stage. Outward, each segment is 1 foot. Finally, you will see next to each light how to focus it. And that's all for reading a light plot.
Focusing lights is a teamwork effort. You need someone up on top to focus the light, as well as someone on bottom to tell you where to focus it to. For this, we will start off by pulling our shutters. Obviously, you can't focus the light if you can't see what you're focusing. Next, you'll pull the gels, so that way there's no interference with any of the colors, and then you'll sharpen the light. Sharpening the light means to pull the barrel in. Similarly, fuzzing the light means to push the barrel out. When sharpening your light, a good way to know you're sharp is when you see a blue halo around your edge.
All right, I need you to focus it on the podium, so a little bit stage right, a little bit down stage.
Directions given while focusing will include important terms like the following. Stage right and left, meaning the right and left side from the perspective of someone on stage facing the audience. Upstage, the direction towards the back of the stage. Downstage, the direction towards the audience. When the lighting tech on stage gives you direction to pan your light, that is asking you to move it left and right. Tilting your light means to move it up and down.
All right, I need you to cut it at the pit.
When working your shutters, you need to remember that everything is reversed. The top shutter will move the bottom portion of the light. The bottom shutter will move the top portion of the light. The left and right shutters will move the opposite sides.
I need you to cut it along the legs right here.
Shutter cuts can be used for practical purposes and aesthetic ones. A common practical use is to cut the light off the wall, curtain, audience, and other objects you don't want lit. And that's all for lighting level 1. You now know how to safely hang lights, effectively read a light plot, and accurately focus your lights. But remember, if you have any questions, be sure to ask your lead techs or technical director. They're more than happy to help you with anything that you might need. But until next time, I'll see you in the next module.